The Colbert Order was more than a club to me. It became part of what defined me. Everything that I did, those tiny details, were for the Colbert Order. This seal was on everything that I made. It wasn't the club, it was me. And this won't sound good, but I felt like the club wasn't about the members of the club. It wasn't even about Stephen Colbert. The club was about me, and just me. It was only mine.
Such beliefs and attitudes came to a clash in what is now known as the subway incident.
Well, the day before the select board meeting, I arranged a meeting so we could decide what we will tell the select board. It was me, Jeremy, Mike, and Sashi. And Jeremy and Sashi, they started saying all this random stuff.
So we drew what could be considered a basketball court, and did we draw midgets on it?
They were writing stuff, and I wasn't really happy with how I felt like they were screwing around too much, so I just got up and left.
Dictator William Hoffman defeated the Republic of me and Sashi.
Ditch is the term we use.
Because he just walked out of there.
And now, whenever Willie ditches us in any situation, we refer to the subway incident and say he subwayed us. That is how we refer to this. That's how this incident has made history.
This was the day before the select board meeting.
This is a very truthful fact he's presented you with.
But our plan was much better than his plan of not trying to be forceful. He was simply trying to...
and his didn't involve midgets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things lacking in his plan.
At the subway incident, honestly, it was Willie trying to get stuff done, these two screwing around, and me sitting there eating my buffalo chicken sub.
The greatest dream of the Colbert Order, attending a select board meeting at Town Hall, eventually became realized due to Waylon Greene, a select board member.
Every month or so, my dad would take me to work on a soup kitchen, and Waylon would be there too, so that's how I met her. And when I started this idea, I knew that since she was on the select board, she'd probably be the person who could get the Stephen Colbert Day idea on the agenda for the select board meeting.
I supported the idea because it was from Willie, a young person, very involved in helping the community. So I did talk to the chair of the select board and ask this to be on the agenda.
And then finally on August 13th, 2007, the select board meeting finally happened.
5 members attended the meeting, ready, hopeful, and in matching shirts.
So we went up there and we walked up. They were impressed, as Willie said, they were impressed with our matching shirts. We had all our shirts like Willie.
We all had the same shirt on.
And they basically asked what we were doing. And Willie explained,
in a very official way.
A very official way.
He said we moved to do something. That makes no sense, but it's official, and he said it.
Hello, my name is William Hoffman. I am with the group the Colbert Order. We move that the town of Amherst officially declare October 17th as Stephen Colbert Day.
The select board members started discussing it, and they were talking to each other and to the group as a whole, as the way the select board does. And they were saying that they thought that maybe it would be a little bit, too unserious, and people ridicule the select board for doing things that aren't serious enough. And they're talking about, people wouldn't be happy with it. But they seemed like they were like, well, maybe we could do it as a satirical thing. And they seemed generally supportive of it, like they might support it as long as there was no large con to it.
However, from the beginning, the select board members had their doubts.
I actually was a little hesitant to allow this to come forward for fear of opening a floodgate of people coming in wanting days commemorated to their favorite person or personality. So I was a little hesitant, even though I'm a big Colbert fan. It is nice to have a moment of humor in our sometimes humorless meetings.
I'm very progressive. I suppose I'm a liberal. I'm hated for that in some places. But I'm very uncomfortable with promoting one perspective. And I do think that if we do a Stephen Colbert Day, we could do a Karl Rove Day, or some other, like
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly would be the counterpart.
And so then Willie got another chance to speak about it. He kind of clarified some things.
William Hoffman continued to glorify Stephen Colbert.
Amherst's political opposite. However, in actuality, he is quite liberal, and he was unflinching.
And on top of this, we brought up many good points to the select board about how with big businesses in Hadley like Walmart, Home Depot coming in, Target, it brings a lot of publicity towards Hadley and Northampton and Springfield, and we believe that this could bring publicity to Amherst, get people to maybe come to Amherst, provide our businesses with money, and boost the Amherst economy, basically. We believe it could it would be better off for the town to be well known in the area.
This day could gain publicity. Due to his self-infatuation, he often reports on people who praise him, so he could possibly notice that many issues could be broadcasted on the show, and it could get much more attention.
The select board members had their own idea.
An alternative to a town official declaration by the governing executive body would be for you to apply for a permit to use the common on October 17th.
If you really want to impact that day, you could make a banner and get a permit to hang the banner downtown across the street, because you will have you'll have an event. It'll be sponsored by you, and it'll have a specified time.
We'll be there not only in spirit, but our wallets will be there also.
I was actually surprised that there was an actual possibility, and I would actually like to do it someday if we ever got enough money and stuff.
However, one Amherst citizen did not support the idea and made history.